joined by Marcus Thornton and Daniel Dixon. We'll have Coach Shaver in a few minutes. Raise your hand if you have questions for either the student athletes, and we'll bring the mic around.
Yeah, Marcus, it seems like they just couldn't miss early in the game. What was it you guys were seeing that they were doing so well?
We just weren't really good with our principles, what we wanted to do. We let them drive the ball. They got deep penetration and got kickouts. That's something we talked about in the pregame and wanted to limit. They knocked down big shots, so them getting off to a hot start was tough for us to come back from.
Yeah, can you guys get a little closer to the mic, too?
Can you take us through your emotions there in the final minutes? Obviously, a rally, and you guys had a chance, and then to fall short.
Yeah, we just wanted to fight until the end, not give up. That was the goal. That's what we talked about in the huddle. It's just going out with pride.
Marcus, two questions. One, the start of the game, they come out 10-0. Was that any kind of emotional hangover from yesterday, or were you guys a little tight? And second, is there any consolation at all knowing you get to play again, even though you don't go to the NCAAs?
I'm not sure. I felt like we were ready to play. Everyone was excited. It might have been, but they played the game yesterday too. So we're not going to sit here and say that's why we started out that way. And what was your second question?
Any consolation knowing you can play the NCAA?
It's good for us. Another national tournament. Obviously not our main goal, so we're disappointed in that. But we definitely appreciate being able to make the NIT and play in it.
Right here.
Daniel, can you talk for a second about Marcus's legacy and what he's done for the program?
It's unbelievable. On the court, off the court, he's definitely had one of the biggest impacts on my career I think I've ever had in my life. He's like a brother to me, and I'm just down that we couldn't do it for him this game and didn't really step up for him. But unbelievable player. I think he's the best player ever to play William & Mary, and I just hope for him to do well in the future.
Okay, Pat.
Marcus, by many accounts, you're going to go down as the best player in William & Mary history. Do you feel like you left it all on the floor tonight for the team?
Yeah, in some regards. Obviously, you always think you can play better. I love those group of guys. All the teammates I've had over the years. It's been great. Much respect to the William & Mary program. I'm glad I've been able to be a part of it. And just unfortunately we couldn't get the win tonight.
Yeah, for either you guys, what did Northeastern do tonight defensively that gave you guys so much trouble for so long?
We didn't cut as hard as we usually do. We just weren't executing as well as we need to. I'm not sure. Credit to them, they did play good defense, but I'm not sure we did all we needed to do on the offensive end for us to be successful and what we think makes us a good team. So, again, credit to them for playing good defense, but we just didn't do what we feel as though makes us good on offense.
Anything else for these guys? All right, thank you, guys. Joined by William & Mary head coach Tony Shaver. We'll get a comment from Coach Shaver on the game, and then again, raise your hand if you have any questions.
Well, disappointing night, that's for sure. It's hard to put a finger on exactly what happened today, but I think the simplest form, one team executed really well and one didn't. I thought we got really out of character today as a ball club. We didn't guard the ball very well defensively, which put us in a disadvantaged situation a lot, and we really didn't run our offense the way we've run it all year long. And I think sometimes when you get down 10-0, it maybe changes the way you approach the game a little bit. We had to expend so much energy getting back into it and it's probably energy we didn't have tonight. We really had an uphill battle from the very beginning of the ball game.
Questions? Raise your hand. We'll bring them around. In front.
Omar was just 1 for 7 today. Do you think that was a function of the way Northeastern defended him, or do you think it might have just been fatigue after what he did yesterday?
Well, they're very good. I want to give them a lot of credit. It's Northeastern is a team that outside of our own, that I felt was the best team in this league all year long. Back in the preseason, I picked them number 1. You can't vote for your own team, but I picked them number 1. What do they not have? It's the most experienced club in the league, and experience wins come tournament time. They're playing with seniors and juniors for the most part. They've been together 2 or 3 years, great coaching staff. They're really good. So their schemes are good. I don't know if they defended us a lot differently than anybody else, quite honestly. But he had a tough day. But I mean, he spent a lot of energy yesterday in that ball game, and seemed to be a little bit sluggish today. But not an excuse. I really don't want to use that as an excuse. You get to a championship game, you got to find a way. Find a way. But they're very good, and we weren't very good today.
Coach, can you talk about the legacy that Marcus leaves behind, the heart and soul that he's put, on the floor for the past 4 years for you?
Well, first of all, I need to announce he's got an extra year. We petitioned the NCAA, and he's got a 5th year coming. But he's a great player. I mean, great player when you think back to 4 years ago, 5 years ago, when he made his decision to come to William & Mary, and he and I stood in the gym in Kaplan Arena and together and talked about, I think you're good enough to help us put a banner up in this place, and he did. For the first time in our history, we'll put up a championship regular season banner. We didn't get the one we want tonight, but we fought for that one. I also told him I think he's good enough to put up a jersey in the rafters one day, and we'll see how that whole thing goes. That's not my decision, but he certainly earned that right, I think, to be there. So his legacy is a great one. I think the best part of his legacy is that he's helped take our program to a new level. He's done it unselfishly. He's done it with a great work ethic, and really proud of what he's done. I mean, I've said this before too, but he's grown as much as a person and as a player of anybody I've coached in my career.
Coach, Northeastern shot 60% tonight. When you look at it, it stands out for the success they had shooting it?
Well, they were terrific, is all I can say. Again, their execution level was so high. They got what they wanted. I thought we took bad shots in the first half. I thought they took great shots in the first half. I do think we did a very poor job guarding the ball, which always put us in a disadvantage. We were always playing 5-on-4, it seemed like, and it's tough to cover guys when you're at a disadvantage. And we're a little sluggish. We weren't what we wanted to be. But they have some shooters. They have some shooters.
I know you probably dialed in on the game for the most part, but just seeing the number of people who were here and kind of the important people who were here, do you stop and reflect on that, and I guess where you've taken this program to?
You're darn right I do. You're darn right I do. And not where I've taken this program, where these players have taken this program. And I'm very proud of this team. I'm very proud of this season. I mean, who would have thought last year, walking out of this championship arena, losing 6 seniors, that we would be back in this game with a chance to win it, would win 20 games, back-to-back years at William & Mary, would put up a regular season banner, would be going to a prestigious national tournament in the NIT. Very proud of that, no doubt about it. Now, we're all heartbroken right now. I don't want to kid you. Because we thought we were good enough to win this thing. And we wanted to put that dad blame history stuff to rest, and we didn't. And we'll live with that. But I do believe we keep knocking on the door. The door's going to open. We've been here 4 out of the last 8 years, and we're going to keep working until we get here. That's all I can tell you. We've got a good team coming back next year, and I'm proud tonight. I'm not really happy. None of us are happy with the way we played the game tonight, but a lot of teams, most teams would have probably folded, when you get down 20 with so little time. And we really showed some fight. I wish we'd had that fight for 40 minutes tonight, but, we really showed a lot of character, a lot of toughness, hanging in there. And gave our chance an outside shot at winning that ball game, too.
You mentioned all the losses in the title game. What does this program need to do to get over that hump? Have you learned anything from all these losses about what it takes to get over that hump? Well,
yeah. I mean, we learn every time we come here. I mean, I think the first couple times we got to this point, we were a Cinderella team. Getting there was a great accomplishment. I think last year and this year, we felt we had a chance to win both of them, and it really did, quite honestly. We talked before this game that the most important thing to do tonight is to execute, and we didn't execute. So as a team, we've got to learn that. And I think their experience really showed. They did what they wanted to do tonight, and we were a little bit out of character, as I say. So we'll keep knocking on the door.
Coach, how much of a factor was fatigue for your guys tonight? Not to alibi, but just the strict factor of legs. You guys played 10 extra minutes of basketball. I know you don't want to alibi, but
Yeah.
how much of a factor was
Well,
that?
I don't think there's any question it was a factor. But I really don't want to spend much time on it because it's going to be viewed as an excuse, and it's not an excuse. We talked about that this morning as a ball club, you know, that when we had a quick shoot-around over here, we got to put yesterday behind us. No excuse day. No excuse day. You got more left in that tank than you think you do. We were a little sluggish today, but you know that's our problem and not fatigue. I mean, was it a factor? Absolutely.
What does it take from you and the staff to get from here to being ready to play in the NIT? How tough is that?
Hadn't thought about it, to be honest with you, because we thought we might be cutting those nets down tonight. So shouldn't take a lot. We'll certainly give this team some rest. It's been a grueling 3 days, particularly that semifinal game, coming back out here to play today. So we'll give them a little bit of time off this week. In some ways, it's kind of good not to know where we're playing, who we're playing, take care of ourselves a little bit. We really need to rest these guys. But what a great reward for this team. I mean, I can't be more proud, proud of what we've done, of the team. I really can't. I mean, I know we're crushed. We're crushed in that locker room right now. But, again, this team put up the first championship banner in Kaplan Arena. So we're proud of that.
Anything else? Thanks, Coach.